Hello everyone, welcome to Board Game Design Time, where we design games for fun. And today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to find playtesters that will give you honest feedback with no bias. This question came in response from me asking how we can help you, and it comes from Jay Oliveira. Game design tips and how to reach playtesters that will give an honest opinion of the game without any bias. All right, step one is to get great at taking feedback. The most important thing that you need to focus on when trying to get honest feedback during a playtest is to get great at taking feedback, because oftentimes when I see newer game designers playtesting their games, they're more worried about the playtesters liking the game than they are with making the game better. Stop trying to sell playtesters your game. The game is not done. They can't buy it. This means that when a playtester gives feedback, you don't counter it, you don't even explain your thoughts. Even if the feedback is bad, you don't explain your decisions. Just take the feedback. It's okay if you want to ask some clarifying questions to better understand what they're saying, but you don't want to get defensive about your design. You're not trying to argue a point, or you're not trying to make a case for your game, so stop. This is so crucial, because when you argue with somebody that is giving you negative feedback on your game, every other player at the table is going to see that, and then do you think that they're going to give you honest feedback when it's their turn to talk? No. No one wants to do that. They are playtesting your game to help you out, not the other way around. So you need to allow them to be honest, and you want them to be honest. I know it's hard sometimes when you put the game in front of people, because obviously we all want folks to like the games that we make. I mean, that's a given. But we should wait until the game is more finished before we expect it to be great. Getting defensive or beating yourself up when a prototype needs work, it prevents us from making the game as good as it possibly can be. So get great at taking feedback, and you'll find that more people will give you honest feedback. All right? Step two. Outline your expectations. Let playtesters know before the game begins what it is you're looking for. I'll typically say something like, I don't know how the turn order feels, so I want to see how you guys think it goes, how the flow of the game works. Does the turn order make sense, or does the timing make sense? That way, people know that you want them to be honest, and that their help is what's going to make the game the best it can be. It also lets them know something to look out for, which is helpful as well. There's no need to make excuses for the game, though. I don't want you to cede their opinion by starting a test and saying, this game sucks, help me make it better. You don't have to tell them the game sucks. It might suck, but you don't have to decide that for them. Just be honest with them, tell them what you're trying to figure out, and more often than not, they're likely to be honest with you in return. Step three. Playtest the game with strangers and other designers. Get outside of your comfort zone a bit and play with people that you don't know that well. Public playtests are a great tool for this, and if you check on the Unpub website or local Facebook groups in your area, you might find folks in your area that are helping to organize public playtests for designers. If you can't find one, try and organize one yourself. You can reach out to local designers in your area. Again, Facebook is a good tool to find them, because there's a bunch of Facebook design groups out there. Go in there, post, say, hey, I want to do a public playtest. I live in Siberia, and please come and play my game. And then, who knows? People might come and want to playtest their games as well. A whole big playtest party. You can also contact local game stores in your area, see if they would be open to you scheduling a game playtest night at their location. Playtesting with other designers can be a great way to get honest feedback, because most of them know what it is they crave when people play their games. So if you're a designer, you know what you want people to tell you, so you're more likely to tell other people that. It's a win-win. Another quick tip for testing games with other designers is to give them the same type of feedback that you hope they would give to you. All right, one of my big pet peeves with designers giving feedback to other designers is sometimes designers will try to redesign your game. So don't do that to people. Give them feedback based on what they want their game to be. And in fact, I will oftentimes ask, if they don't tell me what kind of feedback they're looking for, I will ask what type of feedback they're looking for, so I can give the best feedback for them to get their game to where it wants to be. Step four, ask specific questions after the playtest. Don't finish a playtest and say, well, what do you guys think? Huh? Meh? Eh? It makes it too easy for folks to get out of providing well-reasoned feedback. Instead, go back to the expectations you had at the beginning of the session and follow up. Did the turn order make sense? Did the timing that I was talking about, was that intuitive to all of you guys? What was the most frustrating part? Ask questions about negative experiences, and when they answer, take the feedback with a smile again and a nod. Let them know that they're safe to speak their mind and you're not going to hate them for it. Even thank players that provide you with negative feedback. By prompting them to tell you which parts of the game they don't like, it lets them know that you're genuinely interested in hearing that negative feedback, because that's what we're talking about when people are biased, right? Hopefully, unless they're biased to hate you. I should have asked that before I made this video, but we'll move on to step 5. It's the last step in the equation. Step 5 is observe. So the last tip isn't really about getting honest feedback, because the last tip is about observing while the game is going on. Watch players during the game and their comments and their body language. That's going to tell you much of what you need to know. It's very difficult for someone to disguise when something isn't making sense or when somebody is upset at a particular point in the game. If you're observing what is happening while the playtest is going on, then you don't have to rely on the feedback that you're getting as much as if you were just not really paying attention to the game players as they were playing the game. Even though there's a chance that your observation might be wrong, combining the observation with the feedback that they give is the key to figuring out the parts of your game that need the most attention. Thanks, Jay, for asking the question. I hope these tips help you when it comes time to get honest feedback for your games. Please like the video if you found it useful, and post in the comment section down below if you have questions that you would like covered on Board Game Design Time. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.